What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today is a super cool day because we are going to start diving into the Junction Produce body kit that I got for my Toyota Century. And before we dive into that, I just wanted to give you guys a little product update because, as you guys know, I make a ton of products throughout the year, and I have 3 awesome things that are on the chopping block that will be coming out very soon. One of the first things to drop on the site will be new posters. I haven't done a poster in forever. Sam shot a beautiful photo of the NSX, and I decided to make a super small limited run of posters of them. They will be signed. They just showed up today, so I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Woo! So freaking cool. I'll have more to come on that for when they actually drop it. You guys can follow my Instagram to find out when. All the product that I have on the site is here, and I actually just got a bunch of new organizers not too long ago that Sam helped me do and keep everything nice and organized. So one of the next products will actually be a new version of my waving lights. The waving lights are definitely one of my coolest products and probably one of my favorite products. And I have a totally new design, a new style, a new light up sequence and everything that will be dropping very soon. So stay tuned for that. And then last but not least, I have a new run of hoodies and t-shirts that will be dropping hopefully in the next 3 to 4 weeks or so. But I will keep you guys posted on that. It's gonna be a super cool design that I've had stashed away for a while. And I'm really excited to bring that one to you guys. But like always, I leave a link in the description to my website where you guys can pick any of these things up. They help support me, they help support the channel, give you guys content to watch, helps me get cars further along. So anything that you guys pick up is greatly appreciated. From my light up slap stickers, to my light up blinking waving lights, to all my waving air fresheners, hoodies, t-shirts, all that stuff. It's greatly appreciated. But now we're gonna go grab the Century because I just got it washed, and we're gonna bring it over to the shop and we're gonna start diving into that thing because I gotta get all the stock bumper stuff off of that car and start getting the body kit fitted up. So I have no idea if it's gonna be super tedious or if it will be a Toyota and just pop off easily, but we're gonna find out. Okay, so as you guys know, I have this 97 Toyota Century that I bought last September, last August. My plan is to go traditional VIP style setup on this car and only using the best stuff from Japan. In the video before the last one that I did on this car, I revealed the new Junction Produce body kit that I got for this car. Then I got the car ceramic coated, corrected by Aiden. Came down here, absolutely knocked this thing out of the park. This car looks like it just rolled off the showroom floor. And now it's time to dive into the body kit stuff. So the Junction Produce kit consists of a front bumper, side skirts, and then side door cladding that goes along the bottom of the door, and then a rear bumper. So in terms of the NSX kit, when I did that kit, this kit is much less extensive. I don't have fenders and quarter panels and things that I have to take off and put on and make sure everything fits up to itself. There's no body kit pieces that will be bolting to one another, so that should make this job a lot easier and a lot less body work to have to do. But for peace of mind, I still want to bolt up the body kit the way that it is, just in case there's anything that needs to be prepped, body worked, fixed before it goes off to paint. The goal of this video is to get the body kit on this thing. I don't know how extensive that's gonna be or how many bolts there's gonna be, but I assume there's gonna be a shit ton. And we're just gonna learn as we go because this car is a one-off and there's really no write-ups on it. There's no forums about them, about body kits or anything like that. So it's gonna be a learning experience. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, but I'm excited regardless. I'm gonna get this thing lined up to where I can put it on jack stands and have it live for a little bit so that I have enough room for doing the front bumper and the rear bumper, and then we can go from there. I think first off, I'm going to start by tackling the front bumper, which if this thing's anything like an LS400, I should know all of the steps. I know that like the suspension and the chassis and stuff is very similar to an LS400, but I know the front end's a little different. Ask me how I know. Tried to do a front end swap, couldn't do it. A little throwback to that fail. But anyways, now I got the car, so that's cool. I'm gonna put you guys down on a tripod since I'm a one-man show right now, and just start taking stuff out. I think I have to take the headlights out and wheels, fender liners, things like that, but it should be okay. Can I say so far, going very smoothly. Feels a whole lot like an LS400, so I might be able to blow through this pretty quick. We'll see. Please be it. There's so much hardware that goes into this from factory. I don't expect anything less, but definitely a lot of stuff. Newsflash, Mike, car has a grill. You can get to the bolts through the grill. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah. Okay, that was a little extensive. Just for the record, to let people know this, takes 46 nuts and bolts to take a 1997 Toyota Century front bumper off. But it's off, and had to take the headlights out, had to take the fender liners out, had to remove the fog lights. Thankfully nothing broke, nothing seized. From that point on, everything came off very nice. So now is the fun part. Now we get to fit up the front bumper and see if it fits properly, and if it does, amazing. If it doesn't and it needs body work, then I'll mark little areas and we'll go from there. But I'm excited for this. This is where you get to slowly see the vision come together, you know, eventually with the wheels being done and exhaust and a couple other things. This thing's gonna be so cool. Big moment, big first moment. Okay, well, front bumper is on, and I had some trouble in the beginning because it wasn't fitting over the molding, and I thought that it was just a defect in the bumper. So I had made a little Sharpie mark in the corner there to make it work. But then, out of curiosity, I took the molding off, and that little section that I was gonna cut away fits perfectly in this little recess going up the fender. So looking at the only example that I have of this car with this kit on it, it does not have the chrome trim around the wheel wells. So that is why it was fitting weird. Took the molding off, fits perfect. Everything fits perfect. Like, I'm blown away with the front bumper. It's gonna need zero body work whatsoever, so I'm very, very happy about that. I'm going to get the headlights put back in and just see everything mounted up. And then I'm gonna start working on the skirts, I believe. Okay, front bumper's on, tight, headlights are in, everything, front end is all back together. And this thing fits just like OEM, which is really fucking crazy. One thing that I did figure out is that the bumper does not work with the factory fog lights, and the pieces that they come with, the housings, are meant for a special kind of fog light that you buy through Junction Produce. So I don't have that. I'm gonna need to buy fog lights that are specific for this, but for now I'll just run them without it. now I'm starting to work on the side skirts. I already got the little trim piece off on the bottom there, and then I gotta pop the trim pieces off of the bottoms of the doors and stuff. When it came to the actual mounting of the front bumper, that was cake. It was just taking things off that was a pain in the ass. So hopefully the skirts go pretty quick because it's just a couple trim pieces. The rear bumper is gonna be another iffy, annoying one, but that's okay. I should be able to have all this stuff on over the weekend, which is super, super cool. All right, took a quick break, grabbed some coffee, came back, finished the skirt, and the side skirt. If you guys remember the kit that I got for the LS400 about a year ago, the walled sport line kit, the side skirt bolted up pretty much exactly the same way. A couple tiny little screws behind the door that I had to put in, and then obviously the screws on the front, but everything fits like factory. Like, I have not seen anything about this kit so far that I think that I would need to do body work for. There was a tiny little gap up here, but I fixed it by poking a different hole in the front of the skirt, and that kind of pulled the gap closed. And in terms of these pieces, these door claddings, these basically replace the chrome ones that used to be on the bottom of the door, but they go up a little bit higher. Basically, they will sit on the car just like this, and they will go down, leave a tiny gap on the bottom just so that they don't rub with the skirt when you open the door, but these get glued on basically. So far they look like they are pretty good with not a whole lot of body work. The front, like the line up here that meets the door, I see a couple gaps and a couple waves, so we might have to just sand the top of it flat so that it meets the door and hugs the door. But aside from that, the panels are clean. They don't have any cracks or any weird things. These claddings will most likely just have to get scuffed. What I do like is that, unlike the walled kit, the Sportline kit, they actually give you a lip on the inside to glue things to. The walled Sportline kit did not have a lip, so getting it to stick to anything was practically impossible. So I like that they did this. It'll make mounting these super, super easy. But I'm not too worried about these right now. I'm not gonna like mount these to the car and see if they fit. Like, I know that they'll fit, they just stick on. So I'm putting these off to the side for now. I'm just gonna focus on doing the other side skirt, and then we can start tackling the rear bumper. And this thing's gonna look pretty freaking cool by the end of this video. I'm excited about it. Leave a comment down below what you guys think of this kit and what it's gonna do to the car, if it's gonna do anything that you guys like or don't like. Do you guys like what I'm doing? Am I ruining the heritage of the car? No, not really. I don't think so. I'm turning something that is cool into something more unique and even cooler, in my opinion. So let's jump to the other side and do the other side skirt. Just like the body kit moldings for the doors, these chrome ones are also held in by adhesive, but they also have some clips. So they're a little bit tricky to get off. I didn't break the other ones, thankfully, but they do put up a fight, so. You know what looks sick in this thing? One of my JDM waving air fresheners, or one of my JDM waving lights. Link in description. There it is. 2 bolts in front, 1 bolt in the back for now. Doors shut. You guys can see the little holes in here, but door shuts. Doesn't hit, doesn't rub anywhere. Good to freaking go. Look at the fitment. Hugs that little arch nicely. I'm stoked on this kit. This is sick. I'm gonna poke those holes, get the little screws put in, and then bumper and side skirts are done. And then all that's left is the rear bumper and eventually those door moldings, claddings, whatever you'd call them. But I know that those should be good because they're adhesive, so this is exciting. This is super, super cool. I'm excited to see the car aired out with the kit on it to see how much more body low the car will be. Obviously it'll be different once the wheels are built and have different tires on them, but it should have a noticeable height difference. This is gonna be sick. I find it so interesting that this car, even though it's a one-off, is so similar to how an LS400 or a Celsior is put together. Rear bumper and front bumper both come off pretty much the same way as an LS400 does. Side skirts go on the same way that the LS400 skirts did. Pretty freaking crazy, but that was good because it gave me the reassurance that I knew what I was doing because I've done this to an LS400 before. I'm going to grab the rear bumper and fit it up and we'll see how everything lines up. It should be identical to how it came off and go back on. So this is a very easy kit to put on and I'm very glad about that. Got the rear bumper fitted with the old stock mounting bar, which goes behind the back here. I just have it taped in place. I thought that I originally had to drill these little rivets out that hold this trim piece on, but this actually sits perfectly over that, and then this overlaps over the car like the rest of the kit does. I did do a slight little test fit, and I noticed right here there's a big gap against the car. You guys will see it when I actually put the bumper on the car. That'll be one spot that we do want to body work and add some material in there. There's a little wave right here too that needs to get taken out, but overall should be pretty good. Let's get this thing fitted up. When I did the body kit install on the NSX, it took me probably a good solid week to get the body kit just fitted onto the car and seeing what needed body work and what needed attention. I just did this entire body kit in a day. Not even a day. 8 hours. Not even 8 hours. I don't know. But it's crazy how well this thing fit up. There's a couple areas that need some bodywork attention, but the front bumper is good and the side skirts are good. The only spot that I can see that needs any sort of bodywork attention at all is the rear bumper that comes along the side of the quarter panel. But taking a step back and looking at this thing, you can see it adds a boxier look to the lower part of the car, and I think it'll be just the right amount of chrome around the windows and door handles, and I think this is gonna be perfect. Tomorrow I'm gonna send these wheels out to get built. I gotta take the tires off of them, but for now this thing's gonna chill in here until I can find some loaner wheels. I would run the LS400 wheels, but they're still broken. But shout out Junction Produce, because this was like a no-brainer to do and put on. This is the only section that needs body work. You can see there's a big gap between the quarter panel and the kit itself, and not really sure why. It looks like they purposefully sanded that down, but it looks like they didn't even have to do that. It's the same for both sides, but the rest of the bumper, like along the taillights and the center, fits perfect. It's just along these edges there's a big gap, so we'll have to get that gap filled, but no gaps. No gaps in the front, no gaps on the front of the bumper, no gaps in here, no gaps under the headlights, no gaps in the grille, anywhere. Everything is uniform. The front end kind of reminds me of an aim gain kit, like an LS400 aim gain kit. So it's kind of cool to see it on not an LS400. I'm gonna go back to the house, clean up, shower, eat, go to bed. Tomorrow, I'd love to find a set of donor wheels that I could throw on this thing temporarily so that it can still drive around. That way I can take it outside and get some nice shots of it with the kit fitted and see how it looks aired out, because I bet it's gonna look pretty fucking cool. Okay, it's the next day, and managed to find some wheels that I could use hopefully in the meantime for this thing. Adam's letting me borrow some of the E36's Graham lights. Since that car needs a little bit of work, he's not gonna be using these anytime soon. So these are all 18 9.5 plus 12. If the car runs wheels like an LS400 does, I should be able to fit an 11-inch wide wheel in this thing, no problem. So hopefully these fit fine. They have a thick tire on them, so we'll see. As long as I got some wheels to roll around on for the time being, I don't care too much. Plus, I think the black on black might actually look kind of cool. I'm not a big fan of black on black, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna test fit these and see if they fit. Definitely say I'm not a huge fan of the look. They do poke out a little bit. I'm gonna put some lug nuts in there and then let the air out of the bag and jack it up and see what the fitment will look like. Probably look like a hot mess right now. Tried to make the Graham lights work. The Graham lights did not fit. They fit in the rear, but the front, the tire size was way too big. So I thought of something a little better. You guys kind of get the idea. Ooh. So I stole the OG Meisters that I bought for the Supra like 2 years ago off the car, put them on this. The rears surprisingly fit amazing. 18-inch diameter, 10-inch width, 0 offset, and even at this high ride height, you can see no rubbish whatsoever with a 275 on there, which is crazy. Fronts, I had to put a tiny little bit of spacer on just because of the bigger brakes in the front, but I got them to fit. The fronts are 18 by 9 plus 22, I think. So now they're probably like a plus 30, but yeah, I found wheels. So now this thing is rollable, drivable still. I'm gonna get it off of the jack stands and pull it outside, and we get to see what this thing looks like with some proper fitting wheels on it than the stock ones. Even though the stock ones will be the final wheel setup for this car once they're converted to 3-piece. Meisters, they're not a bad donor wheel. There it is. Same but different. Well guys, there you have it. I ended up taking the door claddings and put them on temporarily just so that I could get a full idea and a full vision of what this thing will look like in the very near future. And this thing on the Meisters is actually a really good look. They're definitely a little small for the car. The car dwarfs them, but the body kit gives the car a boxier look, makes it look a little bit lower. Now that it's not on stock sunken wheels and the wheels are decently fitted, it looks super, super cool. So I hope that this kind of gives you guys the idea that I'm going for here. Obviously not on these wheels in the final iteration of this build, but they're dope wheels to run for now. Totally forgot that these wheels have R888s on them, which are the noisiest tire on the planet, and this is the quietest car on the planet. So now all I'm gonna hear is tire noise while I'm driving. But either way, it looks sick. I fucking love it. I hope you guys do too. This is one of the easiest body kits I've ever put onto a car ever, and that's just a testament to the quality of Junction Produce. Like I said, the front bumper needs no body work, the side skirts need no body work. Pretty sure the door claddings don't even really need body work. If I wanted to be like super perfectionist, which I probably will be, they will get some. And then the rear bumper, just a tiny bit up here. But I talked to Ray, our painter, and Josh, our fiberglass guy, and they're both super confident in getting this thing done pretty quick because just the quality of it and the way everything fits up, they're confident that they can knock it out of the park. So the Century build is coming together super quick now, and I hope that you guys can see the vision, see where it's going, because this thing is going to be insane when it's finished. I'm just imagining in my head this car finished, parked next to the NSX in like this super hard looking poster, and it's gonna be so cool. I cannot wait. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's getting late, it's getting dark as I'm speaking, but I'm glad I was able to get this done and show it to you guys. And I hope you guys are as pumped about it as I am. Leave a like on this video, share it around, share it with your friends. Hop in the description and pick up one of the products that I sell on my site, whether it's a waving air freshener, waving light, one of my Divine Light stickers, a hoodie, or a t-shirt. I got plenty more stuff coming on the way very, very shortly, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.